90 Day. The Last Resort star Jasmine Pineda finally shared what really happened between her and Matt Branis after hinting that she didn't want a relationship with her baby's father. Jasmine is still legally married to Gino, whom she met online in early 2020. Gino later flew to Panama to meet her, and they got engaged before Jasmine eventually moved to the US. However, she grew unhappy in their marriage due to his lack of intimacy. Jasmine entered an open relationship with Matt and later got pregnant by him, despite calling him just a friend. Jasmine recently claimed she doesn't love Matt and that she wanted to be left alone. However, Jasmine's latest Instagram update is surprising. Jasmine shared a sweet new Instagram story featuring a heartwarming moment with her baby and Matt. In the video, Matt could be seen holding the baby in one hand while Jasmine softly sang "The Lion Sleeps Tonight," showing off her soothing vocals. Matt joined in the singing, gently swaying the baby from side to side. The intimate clip was filmed in Jasmine's kitchen, with her fridge and cabinets visible in the background. The moment captured a peaceful and loving family vibe, offering fans a rare glimpse into Jasmine and Matt's co-parenting dynamic and their life at home with the baby. Matt has yet to make his in-person debut on 90 Day Fiancé, having only appeared via video calls during The Last Resort Season 2. At the tell-all, he opened up about his initial reaction to Jasmine's pregnancy, admitting that he was pretty scared because he had spent much of his youth avoiding marriage and children. However, the news became a wake-up call, prompting him to embrace maturity. Matt and Jasmine relocated from Michigan to Miami, Florida, in late 2024, but despite their growing bond, Jasmine insisted they are not currently living together under the same roof. Jasmine recently revealed to her Instagram followers that she was initially skeptical about letting Matt care for their baby. She admitted to being very possessive of baby Maddie and struggled with sleepless nights while handling all the responsibilities on her own. Jasmine had refused Matt's help and even turned down his offer to hire a nurse. However, things seem to have changed. She's now sharing more content showing Matt with the baby, suggesting she's grown confident in his ability to be a responsible parent. Jasmine may even be starting to see Matt as husband material, despite not loving him before. 90 Day. The Last Resort star Jasmine and Matt appear to have settled into a solid co-parenting routine, but she hasn't clarified whether they are now living together or still maintaining separate homes. While Matt can't be with her around the clock, likely due to running his own business, Jasmine appreciates the support he provides when he can. The exact nature of their relationship remains unclear, and Jasmine may be holding back updates due to a non-disclosure agreement tied to the show. Fans may have to wait for her next spin-off to get the full picture. Sarper Güven from 90 Day Fiancé may have a humorous and engaging personality, but he may not be the best husband material. Sarper first met Shekinah Garner in Istanbul, Turkey, after they matched on a dating app. Their first meeting went well, but Sarper didn't anticipate their relationship progressing further than a one-night stand. However, their casual encounter evolved into a serious, committed relationship. Sarper and Shekinah decided to showcase their unique love story in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5, where they appeared overly focused on their physical appearances. Sarper, a personal trainer, wanted Shekinah to maintain a specific weight and wear outfits he preferred. In one scene, he brought out a scale to measure Shekinah's weight, even though she was hesitant. At the same time, Shekinah tried to control Sarper by asking him to stop training female clients and acknowledge their relationship on social media. Despite their seeming lack of compatibility, the couple eventually got engaged in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 6. Shekinah filed for Sarper's K-1 visa, and he moved from Turkey to the United States. Sarper and Shekinah are currently featured in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, and their relationship is deteriorating. They are now questioning whether they want to marry each other. Sarper claims to have left his bad boy past behind and become a kind gentleman, but his actions towards Shekinah show otherwise. Despite claiming to love her, Sarper lacks respect for Shekinah. He seems to use emotional manipulation to keep her in his life, treating her as a trophy. Sarper frequently boasts about his past of being intimate with 2,500 women, which is concerning to Shekinah and viewers alike. Recently, Sarper met Shakina's family intending to make a good impression on them. While he apologized for his past aggressive behavior towards Shakina, his apology seemed insincere. Sarper shouldn't have tried to justify his actions by claiming that all men are feisty, and he is just a tough man. Shakina's sisters were willing to give him a chance, but took his words with a grain of salt. They may refuse to welcome him into their family if he doesn't change his bad boy behavior. Shakina's sisters are strong-willed women who won't be swayed by Sarper's smooth talking. Understandably, Sarper has been feeling lonely since moving to the United States. He can't maintain the same routine he had in Turkey and doesn't have a driving license, which leads to feelings of depression. However, it's wrong for him to take out his frustration on Shakina. Blaming Shakina for their relationship problems while ignoring his disrespectful behavior towards her is unjust. Sarper doesn't appear happy in America and frequently mentions how easy it would be for him to end their relationship and return to his home country. In a recent episode of 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, Sarper and Shakina discussed their problems. She mentioned that he was behaving recklessly in their relationship. Instead of acknowledging his mistake, Sarper told Shakina, "If we break up, you will cry for years for me. I know you. I am the most perfect match for you." Sarper refuses to admit his faults, and Shakina's family has noticed that. It appears the 90 Day Fiancé cast member may not be ready to commit as a husband and is quick to consider leaving at the first sign of difficulty. Sarper Güven might have fans thinking he's gone from bad boy to dream guy, but not everyone's buying the transformation. The 90 Day Fiancé star made waves on The Other Way Season 5 with Shakina Garner, showing off his over-the-top confidence and controlling habits. From constantly reminding Shakina that he's been with over 2,500 women to nitpicking Shakina's appearance and weight, Sarper raised more than a few eyebrows. He may be turning on the charm now, but is it a real change or just a cleverly polished act? Sarper insulted Shakina in front of her sister, and during an argument that reportedly turned physical, he even pulled out Shakina's hair. His vanity was not the only red flag. There were many others that Shakina chose to ignore. Despite his behavior, she agreed to marry him and brought him to the US. Once in America, Sarper seemed to adopt a new persona. He suddenly became more likable to fans, while Shakina began to appear controlling. This drastic shift raised questions. Was Sarper's transformation genuine, or was it something he had planned all along? Sarper had his first stand-up comedy show in America in episode 13 and was full of confidence. With a colorful past and no work permit yet, he figured open mics were a good way to share his experiences and maybe earn some laughs. But Shakina had her doubts, warning him that what he found funny might not land the same way with an audience. She was right. Sarper's jokes, loaded with awkward sexual innuendos, fell flat. To make matters worse, he took an unnecessary jab at Dan, who had shown up just to support him. Let's imagine you are all sexually healthy and attractive men. Okay, even you, Dan. Just imagine. I know it's hard. Shakina felt embarrassed by Sarper's unnecessary dig at Dan and wanted the awkward situation and the show to be over. While she tried to stay supportive, she made it clear that her friends were like her chosen family, especially since she had a strained relationship with her biological family. Dan was someone she deeply valued. She warned Sarper that if her friends started to dislike him, it would cause serious problems in their relationship. Shakina had been down that road before with exes who clashed with her inner circle, and as she put it, it was hell to deal with. Sarper had a good time in Montana meeting Shakina's family. He somehow managed to impress them and seemingly also fooled them into believing he had changed. However, once they came back to Los Angeles, Sarper got into a major argument with Shakina over practically nothing. He called her useless and said that her face was his problem, especially after Shakina had come home from a long day at work and cooked a hot meal for him. Sarper told Shakina, "I'm going back to my country." Sarper told his cousin's sister that he'd almost even booked his flight tickets for Turkey. Interestingly, these events may have been filmed a year ago. Sarper is still in America, and from the looks of it, he is thriving. Now that he has a work permit, Shakina seems to have helped him get a job that he enjoys in Hollywood. Sarper does something called a boot laugh, which is a 1-hour non-stop dance and workout session with comedy, exercise, and dance. Sarper has made Los Angeles his home, and he fits right in, suggesting that all his homesickness and threats about leaving were just him creating drama.